Hello and welcome. This is your weekend tarot starting Friday the 1st of December. I do hope you've all had a good week and that you're now ready for the weekend ahead. Obviously we are now closing in on Christmas again, and I do know that this time of year can get quite stressful with all of the moral obligations and the herds of slow moving shoppers in all the stores and city centres. And if you have been feeling this pressure, then I pray you do find the time to relax and to prioritise your well-being whenever you get the chance in the next couple of days. It's very crucial right now that we keep up our strength in the winter months, because the energy of the sun is at its lowest, and illnesses tend to go around when we are at our weakest points. And I'm reading from the After Tarot today, and this deck was published by the well-renowned Los Garebo Publishing Company last year in 2016. So now we can see what we have in store for us over the next couple of days. I do hope you find something that resonates with you. This is a very general reading, outlining the environment and the energetic influences, but if you choose just one card, it will be specific to you and will hopefully give you some clear insight as to how you can work with and adapt to the energies of the days. So this week we have the Queen of Swords and the Six of Cups and Fortune from the Major Arcana. So we have the Queen of Swords, and this is a slightly more detailed rendition than the original Rider-Waite deck. It includes a few more insights into the mind of this personality card. Now, this could be about you and how you'll be feeling personally, or it could be about someone close to you, someone who you'll have an important interaction with over the next couple of days. And some of the key themes with the Queen of Swords is that she's very strong and independent and mature. She's really able to think clearly and concisely about events that take place around her. And whenever this type of person goes after something in their life, they do so with a sharp mind, whilst always embodying a keen sense of justice and fairness. I think what we're looking at here is someone who really likes to play things by the book. They don't like to sneak around or settle for anything less than they feel they truly deserve. And this would be a person that treasures solitude and is able to overcome those fleeting moments of loneliness by being able to pursue independent projects and personal growth. And we can see in the image that she's literally balancing one of the most delicate creatures on earth, the butterfly, upon her steel blade. And this gives us a very clear message. It's saying that this person does indeed have a very sharp mind, and this may come across as a little aggressive or forward. It's sort of like this person already knows exactly what you're talking about before you finish your sentence. But I think with this sharpness, she still holds that integrity and that sense of justice and fairness. And that butterfly is perfectly posed upon the Queen's blade and is being supported at the sharpest point. And this is kind of a warning that when you value rationality over emotional insight, you may at times unconsciously cut people down with words. So the advice with this card has always been to consider other people's feelings when you speak about truths, because it is possible to be honest and right, but also kind. The advice here is to try and balance between logic and listening to other people's feelings. Now in the past, the Queen may have experienced a great sorrow or a loss in her life. Swords are generally about strength through opposition, and this particular personality has found a great strength from her trials that has really endowed her with a new sense of personal liberty and self-sustainability. The Queen doesn't need to trust other people now, because she feels she's in a better position of power to look after herself. And again, the advice here is not to get too self-sufficient, because you could end up finding yourself isolated on a quest to establish your own personal security and accountability. And as a brief message, this card can also indicate that one may need to seek professional counsel to deal with a situation effectively. Now for the Six of Cups. I really like this version in the tarot because we really get a sense of the childlike nature and innocence of the characters involved in the scene here as they run home together in joy and anticipation. This message sort of harkens back to the advice we're always given through the teachers of ages gone by, and that is To find true happiness and support from the Creator and the law of attraction around us in our lives, we must attune ourselves back to a childlike state. To live each day in a state of wonder and innocence and joy, and to be open to inspiration and kindness and gratitude. As we get older, we get stuck in the monotony and responsibility of the daily grind and the monetary machine that demands all of our time and resources and attention. And we lose that most intimate connection with our environment and nature and the planet as we abandon ourselves and focus purely on the material things around us in an attempt to survive and keep up our social persona. But the teachers have always guided us to drop our masks, so to speak, and to embody this state of childlike wonder over the stresses and strains of our generally daily focus and desires. And what they're teaching is really how to find peace and joy. They're not saying that we need to abandon our jobs and our responsibilities. That's not the message at all. It's true that most of us are tied in and trapped by our circumstances. I mean, we have family and bills and mortgages and businesses and so on. What they're saying is that we need to stop acting so serious all the time. We need to reclaim back our energy of the day and our connection with the law of the universe around us. Because if we can let go of some of these ideas about how we think we should respond to an event in our lives, if we can stop worrying and stop overthinking about every little detail of every single aspect of our social persona, then we can find happiness. We can find peace of mind. And from this peace of mind and contentment, we can live a more freer and easier life. This frantic pace of life holds us in a state of constant anxiety and stress. And this anxiety is resistant to positive change, and to health, and to vitality, and to real joy. The message here today is a simple one. You need to lighten up, and not just for you, but for those around you. Find any opportunity you can to make someone smile or bring yourself a little joy in the day. One of the messages with the 6 is about choosing gifts to make other people happy, and quite fitting for this time of year. The key with this energy is to choose something that is simple and authentic over something that's really expensive or detached of meaning. We all dislike those received gifts that are given out of habit that we can't even relate to or use in our lives. This may also be a time to tune into your inner child and to look at your past. Think back into your past when faced with situations that are difficult to seek guidance from your own experiences and ideas. If you are thinking of the past a lot at this time, especially your childhood, then think to the lessons that you've learned and how they can be relevant to you now. Undoubtedly, there will be a couple of hidden gems in there that can aid you in personal growth and insight. And now we have the fortune card from the Major Arcana, and it's good fortune. In fact, everyone loves the fortune card in their reading. And if you've been down on your luck lately, then guess what? The wheels have kept turning, and every dog has its day. And now the wheel's unexpectedly in your favour. So it seems the change for the better is truly in your cards. The wheel asks us, though, to stay centred and calm so that we can make good decisions, even when the world around us seems like it's spinning out of control. We don't always have control what life is setting in our path, but what we can do is choose how we respond. Try not to get too attached to one way or mode of being, and don't try to grip on for dear life and try to control everything, because you know deep down that you can't, and you're resisting the natural ebb and flow of nature. The advice with the wheel is to find the 0 point. We can't sit on the outer edges of the wheel and be swayed and pulled by life's external events, because change is inevitable. However things are now, you must rest assured that they will definitely not stay the same forever. And this card in your reading is indicating that you are now speeding up to a new point of expansion, which will bring about with it good fortune, so luck. Now, I did write in the title of this video that fortune favours those who tread with care, and that's when I looked at the reading as a general spread. Because looking back at the Queen of Swords and the 6, we had the groundwork for a path to good fortune by considering the feelings of those around us, and by offering kind gestures to ourselves and to others, and by embodying this state of innocence. which is detached from the stresses and responsibilities and worries of daily life. And this opportunity presents itself once we embody this path of least resistance. So, at the centre of the wheel, the 0 point, this is when we stop holding on and denying ourselves and our emotions and inner child. Now, energetically, this mode of being is magnetic and brings to you that which you are giving out. We've been taught to love one another as we love ourselves. I would add that to love another, we must first love ourselves. Our cups must be full before we can spill over and give to others. Because without self-love and care, we've denied the self, and thus we have denied the good fortunes and opportunities and abundance that are potentially always around us. So take off your mask and know that you are still that child within. Tread carefully and tenderly, and fortune will always shine upon you. Thank you for joining me today. I do hope you gain some insights into the workings of the tarot and some potential opportunities for growth and happiness that are around us at this time, and in every moment, once you are willing to drop the axe, so to speak. Please can you press the like button below to show your support, and if you're new here, then welcome and thank you for looking into today's reading. I'll be back Monday with your weekly guidance. I pray you all have a great weekend and that you do find the time to seek peace in your lives, because you deserve it. Thank you and God bless.